Yo guys, today we're talking about the iPhone 10 and it being 2 years old now. So the first thing I want you to know is this video is being shot on iPhone 10. No lights, no fancy lights or anything. We are literally just using a window over there and a tripod. No other things, no mics, no nothing. This is literally bare bones what to expect. It's a stupendous phone in late 2019, if that's what you want. But as you could probably tell from the boxes back there, I am biased towards Apple, okay? My opinions may not be the opinions of everyone. That camera, oh my goodness, that camera is fantastic. It really is fantastic. We can shoot 4K 60 frames a second, which I am filming now on my iPhone. It is fantastic. But it will fill up your phone at 400 megabytes per minute. That's almost a gigabyte per minute filled up, because you're using 4K 60. It can shoot 1080p 120 frames a second at 400 megabytes per minute, sorry. So expect large files, that's all I'm saying. Next thing I want to talk to you about the iPhone is the photo quality. Oh my goodness. The photos you can get out of this thing are incredible. I won an award for photography for a photo, shooting it with my iPhone, and that is incredible. I wanted to prove that you can use your iPhone as a main shooter, and I don't even bring my camera with me everywhere I go. Well, that's a bit of an understatement, but most places I go, I do not bring my camera with me anymore, because I can simply just use my iPhone, which has so many possibilities. You know, you can do portrait mode, you can do the front-facing portrait mode, telephoto lens, all that. Sure, the iPhone 10 does not have an ultra-wide camera, but if that's the kind of thing you'd want, then maybe one of the newer iPhones or Galaxy or whatever it is, that would be the better option for you. But for the average person, you're more likely to be with a situation where you're going to be wanting to zoom in on a subject instead of get a wider subject. Because if I want to get a wider subject, I'll learn to use my proper camera, because that has a very wide angle lens, and then you could step right back into the frame if you wanted to get more people, or you can just step back, Sure, there's going to be times where you will not be able to step back, and that's where the ultra-wide will come in handy. But majority of the time, you're going to just want to be getting the shot, get that over with, get it done. My next thing I really want to cover with you is lightning port. What the hell? Why is the lightning port still there? Can we get rid of it already, please? Thank you. Thank you. That wasn't too difficult to talk about now. Next thing.
Hey, Scott. This is good, right? I knew you before. That's perfect. I just wanted in your own words. Here's the real example of a walk on. That's 2 marks long. If you had another
Towards Face ID. When it originally came out, there was a few people giving out. I agree. There's always going to be people giving out. But if you're the kind of person who's going to be giving out about Face ID, a majority of phones in the next few years, you will see either switch to an under-screen fingerprint sensor or Face ID. But this is talking about iPhone 10. So the iPhone 10 has gotten increasingly better at Face ID since its original launch. Now with iOS 13, you can do it even faster than ever, and it's great. You simply just tap your screen, swipe up. It's that simple. And I think personally that this is the iPhone for most people who want a modern iPhone. You can get this thing for around 400 to 50 to 500 euros, which is an incredible downscale in price. It's almost as much as the 10R, and you're getting stainless steel rims around the side with, you get your regular mute switch, your volume rockers, dual speakers, one coming out of the earpiece and one coming out of the bottom of the phone. You get your power button, it's called now. It's not necessarily called the power button, it's called the side button technically, because it serves a lot of functions. Now, you hold down for Siri, you have to hold, you use it for screenshotting, you use it for all that, and there's different ways of powering on off your device, obviously, because of the lack of home button. Which brings me on to the biggest change in this phone. Between the 8 Plus and the 10, there wasn't much differences, but your aspect of it, the idea of just changing the way you use your phone is incredible. This is so fluid, so good, and when I was 13 and I was 12, it was made even faster. You have the dot projector, flood illuminator, IR sensor, and the front-facing camera in the notch, along with the earpiece. That is all housed in a little notch, what people like to call it. In my opinion, it's not an intrusion, it's actually an addition to the display. Because, for one, it makes it more symmetrical, it makes it stand out. Two, Apple's the only people who have been able to get the same size bezel all the way around with the notch. And three, it has just been so simple and so easy just to power on your phone, to just use it. With this flood illuminator, the dot projector, the depth sensing technologies, you're also able to do front-facing selfies, which I do all the time on my Instagram. And yeah, it is just great. And I think that this camera can replace a camera for a lot of people. And that's the great thing about it. You also, with iPhone 10, get accessories like the Apple Watch working with it. You get cases. By the way, I don't really like the idea of cases. I'll use one if I know that I'm going to be going running or walking or whatever, because there's a risk that the phone might fall. But if I know I'm just going to be sitting at the desk working or whatever it is, I won't wear a case, because there's no point just slapping a piece of rubber on the phone when it was designed so meticulously and all that. I have a space grey phone, but it also came in silver. Thanks for watching this video. Comment, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next one.